This is fun. This is the opposite of where I was last week. I was in Portland, Oregon last week. Very fun place, the opposite of here. It's my first time here. I don't even know that. I was in Portland, and I got off the train. I took the train in from Seattle, got off the train, and there was a girl who I hope was on drugs. You ever meet someone like that where you're like, ooh, I hope that's not permanent. I hope that was a decision and you're having a great time while the rest of us are mortified. She was like doing this on a street pole, just rubbing on it like a bear trying to get an itch or something, just like this. And as I'm walking by, she goes, "You look like Jesus." That's what she said, and I said, "Thank you." And I kept walking, because you don't stop for that. You keep walking, maybe even pick up the pace a tad. And as I'm walking by, she goes, "Throw me a blessing, Jesus." I can't let my children down, so I wanted to throw her a blessing. What if this is a big moment in her life? But I didn't know how. I don't know how to throw a blessing, so I just did the first thing that came to mind and just went, "You got it." That's how I threw my first blessing ever. I just pointed at her and said, "You got it." You know, just like Jesus would have done. I'm sure that's how he did it back in the day. Came into town, someone's like, "Help this blind man." "You got it." "Colors." That's how he works his magic. That's good. I'm married, in case that was a question. I have a wife. We have a regular married life. We sleep on a memory foam mattress. That's what we sleep on at home. That is a married person's mattress. It's memory foam. That mattress is made for sleeping and sleeping only. That is, do not do anything else on that mattress. Not made for that. It's not why scientists came together to make that mattress. It's made for resting comfortably, and that's it. I know that because I've tried. Try having sex on it. It's the worst. It's like trying to have sex in quicksand. It sucks. You get one thrust and you both just start sinking in. Just stay calm, baby. It makes it worse. Just stay calm. I'm calling the cat over. We need help, Jessica. I have a cat named Jessica. That's a high-end mattress, the memory foam mattress. That's an expensive mattress. I don't make that kind of money. This is why we have the mattress. My mother-in-law lives in Palm Springs, and an old guy died. That's the whole story. We got his memory foam mattress. It's the circle of life. That's how things work. It's work their way around. It's not creepy. He never got to sleep in it. He bought it, never got to open it, and passed away. It's not like I have some creepy, haunted mattress at home. It's new. It's brand new. But it did make me feel bad for him, because that meant this old guy died in, like, an uncomfortable mattress. Probably having to stare at the world's most comfortable mattress, like, in the corner. And he's like, "I should really call my grandson over to open the... Oh. And now I have weird sex on it. That's how that works. My wife, we've been married for a couple of years. It's very nice. I like being married. I wouldn't want to be single. It looks awful out there. I don't know how you do it. Everyone just has to smile a lot. I like being married because I get to be honest. We know each other, you know? We know each other, but when you're single, you always have to be on your best behavior because you don't know who's coming around the corner. It could be your soulmate just coming around the corner. You can't be all down in the dumps. You gotta be like, "Hi!" And I don't like that. I just like to be myself. So I enjoy being married. I cried at my wedding. I don't know if that's a shocker for the cat man. It wasn't my fault that I cried. I'm not going to blame me. I'm going to blame my wife, because that's the easy thing to do. I'm going to say it was her fault, because the day before we're doing the walkthroughs, you know, the rehearsals and stuff, and while we're standing up at the altar, she turns to me and she goes, "Hey,
take this seriously tomorrow. And I go, yeah, okay, yeah. She's like, no, really, I don't want you hamming it up thinking you're at one of your comedy shows. This is serious. There's 15 grand on the line. Don't mess this up. Who are you? But I don't want to mess it up for my wife, so the next day I'm standing there, I'm very serious. I'm like, okay, here we go. And then, like, at that moment, I realized that everyone that was important in my life was sitting there, all dressed up for this big day. They came, and then my wife starts walking down the aisle, and she's gorgeous, and her father's walking her down the aisle, and he looks the way he does. There's a guy off to the side playing acoustic guitar as they're coming down, and he's not playing like Metallica riffs or something hard. He's playing like Butterfly Kissy coffee shop music. And all of that tornadoed into a thing, and at that moment I realized I've been using comedy to hide my emotions my entire life. What an awful time to find that out. And I just started crying. Not a little bit, not like a respectable one tear, oh, he has a heart. Like ugly, like a, like everything came out. Everything I never cried about before came out. There's a parakeet that died in middle school that I never fully mourned. I was like, squawker, no! Like everything came out. Thankfully, one of my groomsmen called me a wuss during the ceremony. Just very quickly went, wuss! And I'm like, oh, he like zapped me out of it. And I was like, thank you, that is why you guys are here. I need to be a man right now and marry my wife. Stop crying like we're at ice cream or something. So we go in there, we talk about all sorts of things. We talk about depression. I think there's different levels of depression. I don't think that gets talked about enough. Like I have what I like to call a healthy level of depression. You know, right in the middle, right here. Just a good amount, just enough to keep me humble and likable. You know? You ever meet someone who could use a little depression? You know what I mean? Those annoyingly positive people. Every day's an opportunity. And you're like, he could use a dash. You know? Not a lot, just a pinch. Just a parking ticket on a rainy day. Just something to bring them down a little. I have a healthy level of depression. Like, I would never kill myself, but I would like to die naturally soon. I think that's the right amount, you know? Like, if I was on a flight, it was going down, I'd scream, but I wouldn't be the loudest. I'd scream enough so no one around me got suspicious, you know? I'd give it a healthy, you get it, yeah? Damn. It's good to get to know yourself. Because I didn't know so much about myself. Like, I used to make fun of millennials until I did a Google search and realized I am one. And then I pulled back hard. I was like, oh, they're all right. Come on, you guys. Why don't you take it easy? That's exactly who I am in a nutshell. I'll make fun of a group of people until I realize I am that group of people. And I'll be like, come on, you guys, why don't you back off a little bit? Be a little more supportive. If I did have to pick on millennials, I think our biggest issue is that we're too self-aware. We know exactly what's wrong with us and why, except we're not getting any better. We just know, and we're very open with telling you. Too soon, too. I'll just meet somebody, hi, I have anxiety. And you're like, that is way too soon, all right? That is for tomorrow. That's if we see each other again tomorrow. But they don't even let you chime in. They just jump in like, I have anxiety because when I was 8, my brother locked me in a closet and kept me there all weekend. It's like, all right, well, what are you doing about that? Nothing. I'm telling you so you can work around it. And you're like, fair enough. All right. But I guess I'm the same. Like, I found out in therapy that I have anxiety. I didn't know that. I thought I was just being polite all these years. You guys ever confuse politeness with anxious? That's what I've been doing my entire life. I had no idea until I was in therapy and she was like, give me a public setting. And I was like, all right. Like when I'm on a plane and we're deboarding, I count the rows. And in my head, I'm like, all right, when that lady gets up, I'm gonna get up. I got my bag over there. Don't forget that bag's over there. Oh, my wife's bag is over there. Don't forget that. And at that point, my wife would be like, is everything okay? Are you all right now? And I'm like, shut up. Are you ready? You need to be ready. And she's like, what is happening right now? And I'm like, it's our turn. There's no time. We gotta go. And I do that because I don't want to take half an extra second getting my bag down because maybe someone behind me will punch me in the back of the head. Because that's how I feel. When I'm deboarding a flight and there's someone in front of me and they're like, is my bag there or there? I'm behind them going, I think we get to kill him, right? I think we get to end this dude right now. And I don't want to be a victim in a scenario that I've created. And for all these years, I thought that was me being polite to my fellow man by getting out of the way. That's anxiety. That means someone yelled at me when I was 4 when they should have hugged me. And somehow 30 years later, that manifested into, I can't be in anyone's way. You know? Ridiculous. I have all sorts of things. Anxious. I'm hyper aware. That's a new one. I thought that was a good thing. Hyper aware. Know what's going on in your blind spots, right? Isn't that a good thing for driving? You're like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Got another dead deer over there, you know? Almost missed that dead deer hiding in the corner. No, hyper aware. I notice it all the time. Here's an example of my hyper awareness. My wife and I were walking in our neighborhood, and as we were walking, we were going to cross the street, but we were crossing the street diagonal. And as we're crossing, I noticed there's a woman walking her dog, and I did the geometry, and I realized by the time we get to the other side, we're just going to awkwardly be next to her. Just show up right next to her, and I'm like, we're not doing that. So I called an audible in the middle of the street. I'm like, we are just walking that way now. So now my wife and I are just walking up the middle of the street like two idiots. And she's like, what's happening right now? I'm like, not now, all right? This is where we are walking. And I realized we were coming to a T intersection. And at the other side of the street, there was a cafe with a table, and 2 guys were having lunch. And I realized we're just going to end up in front of their table. They're going to look up. What if we make eye contact? I'm going to have to say something. I'm going to have to go, the weather, and then walk off. And like an idiot, I actually explained that scenario to my wife. And she goes, oh my God, you're a lunatic. And I was like, you see, sometimes it's good to keep feelings on the inside. Hey, you finished my YouTube video.